Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to my team call today. Some of you are on my team, some of you are from the bigger team, and hopefully we'll have a few more hop on in a little bit. But today I wanted to talk about recruiting. Hold on, I gotta close my door. Because I had a team call last week with my personally sponsored coaches, and I was just kind of asking them what they were struggling with or what they wanted to learn more about, and a lot of them were saying that they were struggling with recruiting. So before I get started and share my screen, who is finding that recruiting coaches is difficult? Raise your hand. Who finds that recruiting working coaches is even more difficult? Yeah, that seems to be something. I don't have any magical secrets for finding working coaches. I wish I did, because I would have see this board, this is my team. I would have a lot more of those people that are like different colors that aren't red or inactive coaches. I would have a lot more if I had a great secret, but it really is just a numbers game. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me know feel free to unmute yourself at any time so that you can, hold on. Let me go to the beginning. Can you guys see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Okay, I'm going to go into presentation mode, which means I won't be able to see any of you. So if you have anything so I won't see the chat. So if you like literally want to stop and ask a question, just unmute yourself and ask a question. So, okay, so recruiting. Recruiting is hold on, slowly loading. Hopefully you guys can see this. So today I'm just going to be talking about some of the things that I've done to recruit coaches in the last 2 years since building my business. Hey, if you're hopping on, could you make sure you mute yourself, please? Not sure who was that. I can't see in presentation mode. Okay, so if you hop on, make sure you mute yourself and unmute yourself if you have a question. Is that weird? Are you hearing that noise when I go into presentation mode, but not when I'm not? Hold on. Sorry, I'm normally really more prepared. I just want to see if everybody's muted. That's really weird. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so recruiting 101. If it plays music, then somehow I did something cool in my slideshow. Oh, look, here we go. Okay, sorry for that distraction. So today I want to talk about some of the ways that I have recruited coaches to my team and share. None of this is really new information, but I just really want to talk about how I've personally done it and hopefully encourage you and maybe give you some tips or some different ways to talk to people, because I do have some of my scripts shared in here that I have to people, and I know sometimes as a coach, it's just finding new things to say to people that is really, really helpful. So step one for me, I have always had the most success recruiting coaches from my challenge groups. So that means I have to run good challenge groups to have good people who are getting results. So for me, the best coaches were challengers first. So why are the best coaches from challenge groups? Well, one, they have a transformation story and they already love the products, and you know that they're working out and then you know that they like what they're doing. So for me, getting a coach from my challenge group always seemed to work better than to just find some random person on the street. Not that I don't find random people on the street, because sometimes people approach you about the business from other avenues that I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But for me, I wanted somebody to love Beachbody from the very beginning, and how I got them to fall in love with it was from my challenge groups. So what do you do in a challenge group that makes it awesome? Well, the first thing is you need to do everything that you promised you'd do when you sold the challenge pack. So I think a lot of times, we work really, 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 really hard to sell a challenge pack because we have goals to hit Success Club and we want to meet our goals and we want to get those numbers. So we almost promise our challengers like the sun, moon, and the stars to get them to sign up, and then we get them signed up and then it's But you can't do that. If you tell somebody that you're going to be there for them, and if you listen to their goals and you hear exactly what they need from this group and why they're buying this challenge pack, then you need to show up every single day and be present and engage with that person. And that means rocking it in a challenge group and not running a challenge group on autopilot. And my friends, I have been guilty of running challenge groups on autopilot before. I think it's really easy to schedule a whole bunch of posts ahead of time and to just not really be engaged. You have to be really present and participating in your challenge group and lead from the front in order to get people to have good results, because it's all about the transformation. We want our people to get the transformation, because if they're not getting a transformation, why would they want to be a coach? They wouldn't, because why would they want to continue using the programs or continue drinking Shakeology? So it's really important that you have a challenge group that's good. What does that mean? Sometimes you have to change your content. If you've been using the same content for a year and a half and your challenge groups are getting quiet, then it's time to be resourceful and come up with some new posts and try something different. Try new ways to run challenge groups. You can do a photo of the day challenge group. I have a photo that I've done before that has like 21 different photos that people can post every single day so people are engaged. You can do themes. You can do, the things are limitless. Add personal development into it, but don't wait for your sponsor or some other coach to create a great script so you can just piggyback on them. I think a lot of what happens in this business, it's a business of duplication. So we sit back and we wait for somebody to create something so we can duplicate it. But be resourceful and create a script that works good. Create something, because what you might have gotten from your coach might not work for the people that you're working with. So don't be afraid to change up their script and have a good rocking challenge group. So if you have somebody that's engaged in a group and showing actions like a coach, invite them to be a coach. Those are the people that I invite first, because like I said before, they're already loving the products and they're already showing coaching behavior in the challenge group. So they're already doing the stuff. So I send messages to people in my challenge groups if they're showing the coaching behavior at about week 2. And I just say something super simple like this. Hi, Jane, you have been on fire in the group. But let me backpedal a second. This isn't the first message I would have sent to Jane since the challenge group has started, because I have been checking in on her since the group starting. We've been having those conversations via private message. So inviting her isn't going to come out of the blue. We've been talking, we've been engaging. Before she, has gotten her challenge pack, we're talking about how excited she is. During the first week of the group, I'm encouraging her and checking in. I'm really intentional about sending private messages to the challengers that are working with me. So when I send this message, it's not like the last message I sent her was, okay, well, your challenge pack email is on its way. Because honestly, if you haven't checked in with her since she originally bought her challenge pack, you have no right to invite her to coaching. So I would just send something small like this. Hey, Jane, you've been on fire in the group. I love to see you getting your workout in and sharing so much of your life. You're encouraging everyone in the group too. I don't think the group would be the same without you. Have you ever considered coaching? You are already doing everything I do. Of course, you could change up that wording depending on how you like to say it, but it's giving them a compliment, telling them that they're already coaching, and asking, hey, have you ever considered coaching? I use that word all the time. Instead of, do you want to be a coach or anything like that, I say, have you ever considered? Because when you say, have you ever considered, gives people the prompt to think. Not like, no, like, do you want to be a coach? Nope. But have you ever considered doing it? Maybe, I don't know. Let me think about it. So you can really encourage somebody to do that and have that conversation. You can also at this time, I present coaching to everybody who's in my challenge groups, but for different things. So this I would present to somebody who is like on fire, is super engaged in the group, is helping a lot of people. Those are the kind of people that I want on my team to work the business. But if somebody is in my group, and it's like week 2.5 or so, and I know their Shakeology is going to come again, I do message people and I say, hey girl, this is what's going to happen. Are you loving Shakeology? Have you thought about continuing to drink it? Because if you are, there's a couple options for you, and I want to go over that. And I will present coaching for the discount, and I say, you could do it for the discount, or if you wanted to do something more, that's cool too. But I only send this invite like this specifically to people who are showing the coaching behaviors. So, but like I said, don't discount the discount coach. I was a discount coach basically for 20 months before I started to build my business, but don't put any expectations on them to build a business. So if you sign somebody up from your challenge group because they love Shakeology and they want to drink it, and they're drinking it every month and they're staying active, and you're sitting there thinking, what the heck? They've been a coach for 6 months. Why aren't they doing anything? Why aren't they Emerald? Well, they didn't sign up to build a business. They signed up to get a discount. Does that not mean that they might get inspired later and come to you, or you could have that conversation if they've been getting a really good transformation. You could come back around and be like, hey girl, you've been rocking this for 4 months now. Have you thought about actually coaching people? Because I think you'd be really inspiring. But don't sit there and have the expectation on your coaches who signed up for the discount for them to build the business, because it's unfair for you to put an expectation on somebody who really just wanted to save 25%. Okay, so that's step 1, have a rocking challenge group. Step 2 is to recruiting is you need to do business opportunity posts, and you need to do them often. Doing business opportunity posts is how you share with your newsfeed, with your people who are following you, what you're doing with this business, because your social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, is your storefront to your business. So every once in a while, you need to say, hey, I'm here. This is what I'm doing. Not every day, not every post, but it's that philosophy by Gary Vaynerchuk of jab, 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 right hook. Value, 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 ask. So these business opportunity posts are the asking. So you need to be posting these, I'd say 1 to 2 times a week, so that you can keep people interested. They'll keep seeing them over and over and again. So I'm going to go through some different tips to do a good business opportunity post, and then I'm actually going to share some of the business opportunity posts that I've done to just show you different ways to do it, because you can be completely creative with these things. So how to do what and how to do a business opportunity post. So if you want to do a really good business opportunity post, you have got to have a scroll stopping image, something that will catch somebody's eye, because you have somebody's attention for like half a second on Facebook before they use their phone and scroll right past it. So you need to make sure you have an image that engages people and makes them think, what's this going on? So that's not anything with a Beachbody stock photo. You don't want to do just some random selfie with a big disaster behind you with laundry and unmade bed. You want to have a nice photo of you or something that you're trying to portray. And I'll show a few of these here in a second. But your photo has to be professional, because you're running a business. You can't expect to run a business if you're not treating your business like a business. You also need to share emotion and passion and success in your business opportunity posts. And I'll show these in a minute. Sometimes your business opportunity post will be just about the emotion, where you used to be before coaching started and where you are now. Maybe it's about the passion you have to help other people. Maybe you share the success that you've had in the business as far as income or rank or building up a team of people or how many people you've helped. So there's different things that you can share. Your business, write this down. This is very important. Your business opportunity post does nothing if it doesn't have a call to action. At the very end of your post, you need to have a call to action, or people are going to read it and be like, oh, cool, whatever. You need to have a call to action telling people, if this is spoken to you, or if you felt like I used to feel, I want to talk to you, comment below or reach out to me. Or I think it was that Platinum Edge that I learned that sometimes people don't want to send a message because they don't know what to say. So you can send them, you can say, send me a message, I want to learn more, and I'll get back to you. Or send me some sort of short little key phrase, so that way people aren't intimidated of like, oh, I want to message her, but I have no idea what to say, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I guess I won't message her at all. Make it simple for them to reach out to you. This is something that really I stress a lot in this business. Use other coaches for inspiration for your posts, but don't use their words. Please don't ever take somebody else's words that they've written for their coach opportunity posts or their challenge group posts and just steal it word for word. Use it for inspiration until you can find your own voice, because that's just plagiarism. That's just stealing what somebody else did, and it probably won't work for you because their words are their words and you need to find your words. One thing I want you to remember is these posts, when you post them, don't always get a lot of traction. You'll post them and you'll get 1 or 2 likes and you'll be like, okay, well that didn't work. I don't ever want to do that again. Don't let the lack of likes stop you from doing a business opportunity post. These are very, very important to do because it's showing people that you're consistent with your business, even if people don't like your posts, because people are watching. They are watching behind the scenes. I have a coach on here, she's probably here. She watched for a really long time. And if I had done my first 2 posts and nobody liked them, I would have been like, oh, well, I guess I won't do that again. So don't pay attention to your likes. Also, remember to pay attention the time that you post these business opportunity posts. You want to post these business opportunity posts in a time where you're going to get the most traction, and that you need to research where that is for your business. Like if I posted a business opportunity post at 11 p.m. at night on a Thursday, I don't think anybody from my market is going to be awake to read that. Now, if I did it on a different time of the day, in the morning or maybe in the evening, more people would have the opportunity to read it, because you want to take a best advantage of the time of day. Sometimes I will do a trick. If I have a really good business opportunity post that I really want to post, I will do a post earlier in the day that I know will get a lot of traction, and usually it's an opinion post. I'll post something like, hey, I'm thinking about buying this pair of shoes or this pair of shoes. Which pair of shoes do you like better? Or I ask people's opinion about stuff, because people always want to chime in with their opinion about your life. And so those posts will get a lot of traction. And so usually the next post you post, Facebook's like, oh, this girl was on fire early today. She's posting some awesome stuff. And their algorithm will show your next post in more people's news feeds. So you want to be mindful of when you're posting, even the post before, so that you can up your chances of traction. Okay. Here's an example of a scroll stopping photo. I got really good traction on this particular post when I posted it, because I was doing something creative. I had a catchy phrase, and I had a lot of people like this post who maybe before would never have liked anything that I had to do with coaching. And I talked about some of the objections that I had heard about people, or people had said to me about coaching. So it's really important when you're doing coach opportunity posts that you're addressing topics that maybe fears that you might have had, or things that, you know, you think your audience is curious about coaching, but they're not sure what it's going to entail. So I say how I had been in a dark place before. Everybody thought I was crazy when I jumped in, and then I said what they said about it. And then I say what has changed now. Now that I'm a coach, what's changed? I'm helping people. I'm changing lives. I'm growing a tribe of like-minded women. And then at the end, there's a call to action. Hey, if you want to do this, like, reach out to me. Let's do this. Let's have it. So this was a scroll stopping photo, because you normally don't see selfies or photos like that in your newsfeed. So, and it had a catchy phrase. This one is emotion and passion. So for me, a lot about coaching that's great is the fact that I have an amazing tribe of women who are surrounding me. And I know for my market, there's a lot of moms who are lonely in their home, and they want to have friends. They feel isolated. So I want to capture that emotion through my pictures, through my scroll stopping things, through emotion and passion. So in this coach opportunity post, I was sharing a different aspect of coaching, the fact that I had a team of women around me, and it wasn't just about me as a coach, it was about a tribe of women, how we were all together. And again, I had a catchy, I kind of go on the edge a little bit with my captions on my photos sometimes. You can't do epic shit with basic people, because you can't. You got to do awesome stuff with awesome people. So here's an example about really capturing emotion to speak to your target market. So I'm a mom. I have this picture where I look just like a regular mom. I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm home with my kids. We were sitting on the couch, and I share my story about how all I wanted to do when I grew up was be a mom. And because of coaching, I was able to stay home with my kids, because that's why I wanted to coach. I didn't want to get a regular job when our life changed. So I shared the emotion of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I can relate to other people through my story, because I know that there's other moms. This is my target. There's other moms who want to stay home with their kids, but financially it might not work for them, or they need to bring in extra income. So I'm speaking to my target market. Now, your target market might be completely different than mine, but you need to be able to learn how to speak with emotion so your post has a good purpose. Lastly, share success. I don't do these posts that often because I think they make people uncomfortable, but you do have to do them occasionally, because people need to see that you are having success. And don't be afraid to share your success, or even the success of other people around you, because people need to know. I think before I did this post, I think people thought I was making like $50 a month. Like, they had no clue that I was earning an actual income. So I had to share, hey, I'm actually making an income. This is what's happening to my family because of this. But if you share a post that has numbers in it as far as your income, make sure you add the Beachbody disclaimer in your post and also in your photo if you can. The Beachbody does not guarantee any success from the coaches. I can't even read all that. But make sure you have that disclaimer listed because you don't want to tell people something that they join because they think they're going to make 6 figures tomorrow, when really coaching is a direct reflection of people's hard work. And I always say that in my thing. I say right here, this is a real business and it does take work. It takes commitment and a lot of drive. I work with a lot of focus and determination to get where I am today. Don't be afraid to tell people that it's work, because if you are portraying that coaching doesn't take any work, you're going to sign up people and then they're going to be like, oh wait, I have to work. I thought it was going to be easy, and they quit. So you need to be honest and upfront with people that, yeah, this is a business. It takes work. Some days it's hard, but this is what happens because of it. Okay, I'm going to move along quicker. Step 3, use your social media as a sneak peek into coaching. So each of your posts is a breadcrumb into your life as a coach. So what do I mean by that? Your social media is a great place to address objections you once had about maybe working out at home, Shakeology, anything coaching related. So if you used to not be a shake person and you drink Shakeology now, you can talk about that. If you used to hate working out at home, but now you found a program that you love, you can talk about that. If you thought that coaching would take way too much time and you wouldn't be able to fit it in, but now you can fit it in just fine, and how, talk about it. Talk about all those objections that you used to have before you became a coach. Somehow put those into posts so people who are watching can be like, oh, yeah, I'm curious. I didn't think I'd have time, but wait, it only takes an hour or 2 a day. I have an hour. Share how you build your business on your phone when you're at your kids' practice, because I know a lot of moms are fitting it in when they can in small pockets of times. You don't need long coaching opportunity posts all the time to keep people curious. Share your life and all that you're getting from being a coach. So share your friendships with coaches. I often share how Thursday nights are my favorite night of the week because I'm with my team, and I'll take a screenshot of my team and I'll talk about, hey, these are my people, these are my friends. Talk about how you're part of something bigger than you. Talk about how you have freedom with your kids. If you're paying off bills, paying off debt, share that. Hey, today I paid off, it's Beachbody payday. I paid off $200 in my debt today. Isn't that amazing? It doesn't have to be long and drawn out, but breadcrumb a little bit of your life because of coaching. And lastly, this is another one of my really big pet peeves about coaching. Just in general, it doesn't even have to be, posts, but if you're posting on your Facebook page, you need to take it 100% serious that you're running a business. And you need to post with a purpose. So ask yourself, so what, before you post something. So if you're about to post something and you read it, think to yourself, okay, so if Jane Doe is going to read my post today, is she going to be like, yeah, so what? Who cares? So if it doesn't pass the so what test, then you need to not post it, because you need to be posting stuff that matters. Now, does that mean you have to be serious all the time? Absolutely not. If you've got kids, you can post funny selfie stuff of your kids. You can post funny quotes they say. Because people like that kind of stuff. But don't just share some random thing and then tag one of your friends because you want that one friend to see it. Hey, so-and-so, check this out. And it's some article. Well, send that article to your friend in a private message so she can see it. But it might not be something your whole audience needs to see. Okay, step 4, host a coaching event. Either a sneak peek group, a live event, a live Facebook webinar, because of Facebook Live, you could host a live webinar. So you're probably thinking, wait, I'm just an Emerald coach. I don't know how to do a coaching event. I'm going to tell you, who cares? I didn't know how to do a coaching event when I did it. You have to be resourceful and just do one. There's no reason why you can't pair up with your success partner or a couple other coaches in your team and host a coaching event. That's what I've done before, and we have opened it up to our team. But don't be afraid of failure and ask for tips. Ask if you've participated in coaching events before with the bigger team. Who's to say you have to wait for your upline to do something like that? Just go for it. Either do a coaching group, do a live webinar on your Facebook page, host an event and do a live webinar. There's many different options to do a coaching event. Of course, you know, if you're plugged in with your upline and they're doing them, participate in those. But don't just sit around and be like, okay, well, my upline didn't do one since June. I hope they do another one soon. If you're looking for a way to get information out to your followers and the people that you're hoping to inspire, don't wait for somebody to do something. Like, everyone has the permission to do a coaching event. You don't have to be a certain rank, make a certain income, or have permission from your sponsor to do one. Just do it. And so if you're like, oh, well, I'm a new coach, I've only been a coach for 3 months, I don't have any success. Well, showcase your success and the success of others. You don't have to necessarily show, well, I've been a coach for 3 months and I've only made $200. That's not very successful. You can say, you can show the success of other people on the teams. Reach out to some of the leaders and be like, hey, I want to do this. Do you have a post I can share about your success? Because I'd love to showcase you in my event or in my group. And everybody in this team would be more than willing to do that. So I just did one recently. I do sneak peek events with my team, but I did one for just myself. I did an event for 3 days on Facebook. And I just named it Hot Mess to Girl Boss with just me. I made this quick image in PicMonkey. I shared it on my Facebook page and I invited people to it. And I posted in it for 3 days, things that, you know, about me, about coaching. I went Facebook Live in it a couple times and I just started some conversations with people. Step 4. Did you know if you're a coach and you want to add coaches to your team, you actually have to invite people? Like, for real. Did you think about that? Like, you actually have to send an invite to people sometime. Because I think sometimes as coaches we think, well, people will just come to me when they're ready. No, friend, you have to invite people and have those conversations. So we invited the people who were challengers. Well, sometimes I invite people who inspire me, who I see in my newsfeed, who are just that positive ray of light on Facebook, because there's not very many of them, and those are the people that I'm attracted to. And so after I've had a couple conversations, informed them, and, you know, talked to them, I will invite them, and I'm going to share with you a couple of scripts that I use. Feel free to screen share them, or I can share them with you later via a private message. And change them up and word them the way you want to. Sometimes I change them up when I'm actually sending them, but here's a couple of examples. Oh, wait, first, I'm getting ahead of myself. How to invite people. I have to say this all the time. You have to check your ego at the door. It's never fun to invite people, and you have to remember you're in this business for whatever your why is. So your why is more important than your ego. Like, for me, my why is so big that sending an invite is uncomfortable because it puts myself out there to be rejected, and that doesn't matter because rejection is not as important as my why. My why is so important. I'll get rejected 100 times over if I can get to my why. Find a script that works for you and personalize it for each person. And again, I have to say it again, check your ego at the door. And I know I've said this before, if you're in a room with 100 people and there's 3 people in the room that you need to save their life, you would talk to all 100 of those people to find those 3 people, and you wouldn't be offended of the 97 people that are like, nope, that's not me. You'd be like, okay, next. That's what you have to say. Somebody doesn't read your message, somebody unfriends you, somebody gets annoyed with what you're saying, repeat after me, okay, next, and you just keep going. So here's a couple examples. If my screen thing would move. That I've sent to people, and I change them up. I do different ones all the time. But this is a message I would send to people who inspire me, and I've talked to them a lot before, and sometimes I have really good luck with just coming up straight up front and telling people that I want them on my team. So I sent this message to a few people, and I said, okay, girl, you're going to think I'm nuts, but I'm just going to leave this here. I totally want you on my team of coaches because it's somebody who already knows I'm a coach. And I say, for real, you inspire me every single day, and I love your attitude and outlook on life. Truth be told, I want more of you in my life. Is it something you'd ever think of doing? So again, at the end, I'm asking that question. Is it something you'd ever consider doing? Would you ever think about doing anything like that? Another one. I feel like I'm skipping one. Oh, here's one. Here's one I sent to, and it says, okay, so I've been dying to send this message to you for months. And I send that to people who I think about inviting, but then I'm just intimidated. And I say, but I keep chickening out because I don't want you to think I'm crazy. But today I'm going to swallow that fear and just put this out here because I can't not ask you. Have you ever considered health and fitness coaching? I am so inspired by you. I love your inspiration and the passion you have. I love seeing it pop in on my newsfeed. I really think you'd make a perfect fit on my team. So sorry if this might seem super random, but I just had to ask, would you ever be interested in learning more and seeing what it's all about to see if it might be a good fit for you? This one is just like, hey girl, I hope you're doing well. I'd enter in something personal about them. I haven't used this. I think I got this script from somebody else, but it says, hey, my team has a really big goal and I want to help make it happen. I've been following you and I think you are such a positive, inspiring person. When I think about people that I want to be part of my team, people that I want to work with every day, I thought of you. I don't know if you'd be interested in doing this with me. We could hop on a call and talk about it. I'm not sure if you're looking for the extra layer of accountability. I just thought of you. Is this something you'd be interested in? Oh, this isn't my script, but this is just an option. Tweak it, do something with it. But tell people, hey, I have a big goal. Would you like to be a part of it? Because sometimes people want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And if they have a good relationship with you and they trust you, asking for their help, they might be like, yeah, sure, I'd love to help you. This is one. Oh, so this is an invite that I did for the Facebook event I did recently. I sent this message to somebody. I said, hi, Amy. I hope you're having an amazing week. I know I had talked to you in the past about joining me for the fitness side of what I do, but I'm going out of my comfort zone and wanted to share with you the other side too. You're really inspiring, and I hope I'm not offending you or making you feel crazy, but I did invite you to an event I'm hosting on Facebook that starts today. It's called Hot Mess to Girl Boss. I know you probably get invited to a ton of things, but I just wanted to include you. If it's not for you, totally fine. I'm going to be sharing how I went, blah, blah, blah. I'd love to have you join us. And then I have the link. So I sent this to a lot of people who I had already invited to fitness challenges before. And people who maybe were interested but it wasn't the right time, I invited them via private message. I invited them to the event, but I also sent them a private message. And so here's another tip. Always make sure you follow up. Even if someone didn't respond to your message, keep it light, and I usually keep it light and I get a good response. So I actually track my invites in Teamsy. So if I send somebody an invite, I mark it to follow up in a few days. And so these are some of the things. So this girl, she read my message and didn't respond. And so I know her pretty well. And I was like, so did I totally put my foot in my mouth by talking about coaching? LOL. No worries, girl. I'm always here if you ever need anything. And she responded back and she just said she wasn't interested, which is totally fine. So I know she's not interested right now. I have another one that just says, I hope I didn't scare you away with my invite to coaching. I know I really put myself out there. So acknowledge, hey, I put myself out there. I did something that's different. You know, are you okay? I'm not here to spam you. And just say, I truly believe you could help a lot of people and I would love to work with you. If it's not for you, no worries. Just let me know and I'll stop bugging you. Okay. Man, I feel like I have to move. We're running out of time. Hey, if I get a message that says I have a couple minutes left, will somebody unmute themselves and tell me? So you sign up a new coach. Now what? How to get your new coach started right? So first of all, right when somebody signs up, it's really important to calm their fears. They're probably excited, but a little scared too. So remember how you felt when you signed up as a coach? You were excited, but you're like, oh my God, what did I just do? Did I just make the biggest mistake in my whole life? So talk to them and say, hey, I remember being a new coach. It's scary and it's overwhelming. I got you. We're going to get through this together. Do your getting started right call as soon as you can. It's really important that you're doing getting started right calls with your people, either via Zoom, on the phone, or in person. And if you're a new coach yourself, ask your sponsor to do a 3-way call with you so you can learn how to do a getting started right call. Talk to them about their goals and either run or walk with them. I always tell my new coaches, hey, what are your goals? And if their goal is to, you know, just take it easy and slow, I'll walk beside them and I won't have expectations that they're going to be a diamond in 3 days. But if they're ready to run and they need a big income, I'm going to check in with them more often. I'm going to run with them. I'm going to make sure they're getting through the training that I have. So you need to see where they're at so you can set your expectations, because you don't want to sign up a discount coach and expect them to go diamond in 3 days. And you're like, I'm so frustrated with my coaches. Nobody will work. Well, it's up to them, not you. You need to plug your new coaches into a system and check in often. So if do you not have a system, then you can create one. The Back Online Office has Coach Basics. You need to make sure people are plugged into something, whether it's your upline coaches training, whether you create your own training, whether you use the training. I know Christine Dwyer, who's our founding coach, her team, Platinum Presenters, has a great website. Plug them into a system where they can learn what they need to learn right away. And again, I'm going to tell you to be resourceful. There was no system for me when I started. I created a system. Was it hard? Sure. Did I go through a few of them first? Yes. Create a system, because you're a business owner. You don't just sit around and be like, well, Tara didn't make me any training, so I guess I don't have anything. No. Create something. You can do it. Continue to treat your coaches as you would a challenger. These are people that you are with for life. They're not just your employees. They're people you care about, like your challengers. I think it's really bad when you go into management mode and you treat people like employees. These people are not your employees. They're a person. They're a challenger. They're somebody that you need to care for and love on and take care of. Practice. I do, you watch, we talk about it. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Then move to we do, we talk. Then move to you do, I watch, we talk about it. So I'm going to use this as an example for a getting started right call. So
you got 2 minutes, Ashley.
Okay, I'm going to go really fast. Okay, so if you're doing a getting started right call with somebody, practice I do, you watch, and we talk about it. So if I have a new coach and they have a new coach, I'll lead the getting started right call. My new coach watches it, and then when it's over, we talk about it. Hey, what did you learn? Yada, yada, yada. Then the next time, we both do the getting started right call together. She's now has information, so we do the call together, and we talk about it. And then move on to, okay, you do the call, I'm going to watch, and at the end, I'm going to give you my tips. So by the time you've moved them through those steps, they should be able to do it on their own. Okay, remember this. This is really important. 1 in 10 coaches that you recruit will be lifers. So if you're recruiting 3 coaches and you're like, nobody will do anything, you don't have enough numbers to have that one lifer. People will quit all the time. There's a freaking big turnaround, so don't take it personal. And lastly, be the coach you didn't have. So not that you could have the best coach in the world, but still try your best to be the best coach that you can for your coach. So try and do everything you can. Sorry, does anybody have any questions? I feel like I talked super fast. You're welcome, Amanda. Hopefully that was helpful. Okay, well, if you have any questions after this is over, if you want a copy of any of those scripts, feel free to message me and I can post them or give you access to them. Sound good? Okay, bye guys. I'll see you next week.